and Android.
Now at 10, the Missouri Supreme Court sets an execution date for a man convicted in the rape and murder of a 9-year-old girl in southwest Missouri. Plus, after a 4-year hiatus, the gift gallery at Freeman Health System in Neosho reopens. And Pitt State says hello to a brand new class of international students.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Looks like we're headed back into some potentially dangerous temperatures. This is KOIM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we got a nice week off from the extreme heat across the region, but of course it is August, so it is going to return. Heat advisory in effect once again tomorrow, all of us, excluding Benton County, and this is due to the heat index, which is going to be way up there. The humidity causes these heat indices to really climb. Anywhere from 105 to about 110 once you get into our western counties. They dip off a little bit Thursday, but still heat indices about 105 to 107 degrees by the time we head into Thursday afternoon. High temp today, 84, average is 91. We did get some rain, showers and thunderstorms, strong storms for us this morning. Looks good right now. We're sitting into the mid 70s, still lower 80s once you get into our southern counties. Through the night, we drop back to 72, back to 83 by 10 a.m. We're going to talk about the heat and also some additional thunderstorms in the forecast in just a little bit.
See you soon. The Missouri Supreme Court sets an execution date for this man convicted of raping and murdering a 9-year-old girl in southwest Missouri. In 2012, a jury convicted Christopher Collings of the 2007 abduction, rape, and murder of Rowan Ford of Stella, Missouri. Investigators say Collings threw Ford's body into a sinkhole in McDonald County. The Supreme Court today set his execution for December 3rd. A police officer in Ferguson, Missouri remains in critical condition after being assaulted during a protest last week. The demonstration was to mark the 10th anniversary of the police-involved shooting of Michael Brown. The Ferguson Police Department today released body camera video of the protest and assault of Officer Travis Brown. Demonstrators gathered in the city last Friday night. The city's police chief says one group of protesters began shaking a fence outside a police station. Officers began making arrests. Police say that's when one man charged at Brown, causing the officer to fall and hit his head. Brown suffered a severe brain injury. Police arrested the suspected attacker while pushing other protesters away. Community members gathered today in Joplin for the dedication of the Senator Ron Richard Juvenile Justice Center. The facility opened in 2019 and provides short-term detention for young people waiting for a detention hearing, placement with youth services, or release to legal guardians. The building consolidates all of Jasper County's juvenile services, including detention, alternative education, courts, and administration. The Juvenile Justice Center is now named in honor of former Joplin Mayor and Missouri Senator Ron Richard, who died in June of 2023.
Senator Richard, like I said, had positions of great influence in the state, but he didn't use them to benefit himself. He used it to benefit others. And we just think that he needed to be remembered as somebody who gave back to our community.
Jasper County officials say the facility was designed with the ultimate goal of diverting young people out of detention. The Columbus Police Department announces some changes. According to the Columbus PD's Facebook page, Preston Hosier is being promoted to police sergeant, and Arlo Lukey will become the new school resource officer. Hosier has recently taken the lead in the department's field training officer program, played a key role in implementing the department-wide TASER modernization initiative. Lukey brings 5 years of diverse experience to his new role, including animal control officer, police officer, and code enforcement official. And it's a change at the very top for the Nevada, Missouri Fire Department. Today, the fire department announced a brand new fire chief. Captain Taylor McClintock has been promoted to the top spot. McClintock has worked for the Nevada Fire Department for 15 years. The department announced the promotion today on its Facebook page. Freeman Health System in Neosho, Missouri is reopening its gift gallery after a 4-year hiatus due to COVID-19. The gallery previously supported many charitable foundations. They also donated more than $100,000 to the surrounding community.
It's very important to volunteer, just to give yourself to other people. And that's what I find at working in the gift shop. I can be a service to other people.
The Chief Operating Officer of Freeman Health System, Renee Denton, says the volunteers play a very important role in maintaining and operating that store. International Friends of Pittsburgh welcomed incoming international students with a dinner at the Presbyterian Church in Pittsburgh this evening. The purpose of the event is to give attending students and faculty at PSU a chance to explore different cultures and hopefully reduce the feeling of homesickness.
I mean, this is their first day. For some of them, it's their first time leaving their home or their home country and even coming to America. So if we can reduce that in any way by hosting events like this to get them into the public, to get them to start meeting each other, that's what we're looking for.
Students from more than 25 countries attended tonight's welcome dinner. Missouri puts constitutional amendments on November's ballot, including one concerning abortion rights. That's coming up. And both Republican and Democratic nominees for president hit the campaign trail. The Missouri Secretary of State today validated proposed constitutional amendments to appear on the ballots in November. They were added after an initiative petition acquired enough signatures, and one of those proposals would allow people to place bets on professional sports teams. Casino operators would also be able to obtain a license. Missouri's professional sports teams have supported the proposal. The proposed amendment would establish a 10% wagering tax that would go toward educational organizations. If it's approved, it would become effective no later than December 1st of next year. A total of 38 states and the District of Columbia allow some form of sports betting. Those include Missouri's neighboring states of Kansas and Arkansas. Another proposed amendment added to the Missouri ballot concerns abortion. Missourians will vote on a constitutional amendment that would reverse the current near total abortion ban back to the rules established by Roe v. Wade. The Secretary of State's office declared that a petition received enough signatures to be included in the election. If the amendment receives a majority vote, it would allow abortion until fetal viability, which is around 24 weeks, when a fetus could survive outside the uterus. If passed, Missouri would become the first state to reverse their abortion ban. Currently, abortions are only allowed in the case of a medical emergency. Missouri is one of at least 6 states that will vote on abortion in November. Another issue on the Missouri ballot is Proposition A. If passed, it would increase Missouri's minimum wage to $13.75 an hour in 2025 and to $15 per hour in 2026. It would also require all employers to provide 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours work. If you plan to vote in November, now is the time to register. Take a look. These are the deadlines to register for November 5th. Missouri has the first cutoff for registration in our area. That's October 9th. In Oklahoma rather, you have until October 11th. In Kansas, it's October 15th. Officials in Crawford County, Kansas today finished processing the provisional ballots from the August 6th election. Part of the process is to ensure all the tapes from the election machines are signed and correct. The provisional ballots are then tallied. 41 more ballots were added to the grand total, while 15 were rejected. Officials say the process goes according to rules laid out by the Secretary of State.
It's required by statute that we do that. The Secretary of State has a list of rules that we have to follow, and this is to make sure that all advance ballots were accepted through Friday.
If you're interested in learning more about the process, including watching the videos of the meeting, just check out the link on our website, koamnewsnow.com. The campaign 2024 calendar is filling up as former President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris battle it out ahead of next week's Democratic National Convention. Skylar Henry has the latest.
Hello, Los Angeles.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz addressed a labor group in L.A. as he made his first solo campaign stop for the Democratic ticket.
I'm proud to be on this ticket. working with Vice President Harris, who we all know we want to call the next president of the United States.
On Friday, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to roll out her economic campaign platform during a speech in North Carolina. The Democratic nominee is expected to announce she will make tackling inflation a day one priority if she wins in November.
Vice President Harris grew up in a middle-class family, picked up shifts at that McDonald's as a student. I keep asking this to make a contrast here. Can you simply picture Donald Trump working at a McDonald's trying to make a McFlurry or something?
Well, I want to thank you.
During a 2-hour live stream conversation with Elon Musk on X that was delayed by technical issues, former President Donald Trump railed against Harris for proposing last weekend a campaign promise he unveiled in June.
No tax on tips, and all of a sudden she's making a speech and there will be no tax on tips. I said that months ago.
Trump is ramping up his campaign schedule with a rally Wednesday in Asheville, North Carolina, slated to focus on the economy before rallying supporters on Saturday in northeastern Pennsylvania, 2 days before the Democratic National Convention kicks off in Chicago. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Speakers scheduled for the Democratic Convention include President Joe Biden and former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, as well as former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. A little bit later, a spooky pair in Baxter Springs encourage kids to have a great school year.
Plus, the heat kicks in as we go through the next few days, and even some rain chances. We're going to look at that coming up.
And you don't have any recourse.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a little bit cooler for us today. We had showers, we had thunderstorms during the morning hours in the clouds. That kept our temperatures down just a bit for us today. But a great shot. This is Indigo Sky, Casino and Resort Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. We look pretty quiet. We're going to stay pretty quiet as we go through the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Now, after a week break, here comes the heat. Once again, heat advisories in effect for us tomorrow. The reason why is our humidity is going to go up. And with the humidity going up, our temperatures go up, but those heat indices really go up. Let me show you why. Here's a warm front, shifts through. Tomorrow morning, pushes into our northern counties by the noon hour. We get into low to mid 90s. Once we get into the afternoon, I think most of us 97, 98. 97 in Lamar, about 100 in Pineville, 99 Veneta, near 100 once you get out into our western counties. So it is going to be hot. Now, if we look at our heat indices, the way it actually feels, about 103 in Stockton, 104 in Neosho, 106 in Commerce, 107 in Yates Center. They dropped just a hair on Thursday, but still are going to be up there right around 105 degrees once we get into Thursday afternoon. All right, here's your day planner on your Wednesday. 74 to start, 90 by noon, high temp, 98. We're going to have plenty of sunshine. With that front rolling through, the winds are going to pick up a little bit, so we're going to have gusts kind of 20 to 25 for us tomorrow. Staying in that range tomorrow night, they back down just a hair on Thursday, but still breezy with winds that are going to be gusting kind of 10 upwards to about 25 miles per hour. Let's go outside right now. We're sitting into our lower 80s southern counties. Everybody else into the mid 70s outside. Temperature is sitting at 76 degrees, of course, 7th and range line. And if we look at our rain stats today, almost an inch of rain, 1.1 for the month. We're still dry. We're still fighting not to get into a drought, so we need whatever rain we can get. But look at this swath now where you see the yellows. That's showing us 2 to 3 inches of rain across the region. Everybody got rain except our far southern counties. Any rain out there now? Gone. Nice and quiet as we go through the overnight hours. Here's our batch that we had earlier today. Dome of high pressure in charge, so we get these waves that ride over the ridge and drop in. This is going to push just northeast tomorrow, but by tomorrow night, we get chances for showers and thunderstorms back in. Let's go to midnight tomorrow night. Thunderstorms to our north and to our west. So by Thursday morning, hit and miss scattered thunderstorms, especially on the Kansas side. These push off toward the south and to the east, so hit and miss storms. Here's the noon hour on Thursday. And with these storms, I think this will keep our temps into the mid 90s, but hopefully we can get some showers and thunderstorms out of this to give us a little bit more rain. Let's go a little bit farther past that. On Friday, mid 90s, we're going to watch another batch, which is going to drop through Friday night into Saturday morning and then clear out as we head into the weekend. But our temperatures, the big story, is it's going to be hot over the next several days. Alert day tomorrow due to the heat index 105 to 110. 95 Thursday, scattered showers and thunderstorms. 97 on Friday. We stay hot all the way through next week. Pretty dry next week, so we need whatever rain we can get this week.
As is typically the case in August, right?
It definitely is.
Thanks, Doug. With school just around the corner, the Carl Junction Area Chamber of Commerce held a back-to-school block party tonight. Food trucks, games, music, they were all available for the community to come out and enjoy. Kids of all ages were encouraged to attend to have a little fun before school starts.
I think this is a great way to bring members of the community to the schools on these open house nights. We're kind of having a marriage between this community and the schools, which is great to see. It brings a lot of energy and excitement to the beginning of the school year. So we have kids who have met their teachers and now they come out here and they're having a fun time. So it's really a great positive way to start the school year.
Still ahead, Crowder College hires a new head softball coach. And the 2024 edition of KOAM's Pigskin Preview is live. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
It seems like every now.
It's day 2 of high school football practices in the state of Missouri. Today we show you a couple of teams that had very different 2023 seasons, and despite being in the same conference for years, won't face each other in 2024. We start the morning with Carl Junction, the Bulldogs on the practice field before the sun rises. They're coming off a 1-8 regular season, but put together a playoff run to the district championship. They finished 3-9. Over the offseason, CJ left the COC for the newly established Ozark Mountain Conference, a move that allows the Bulldogs to play against schools closer to their size.
It's going to be really different. I mean, everybody says that the competition is going to be way worse, but I still think there's going to be some good teams in there. I still think that we're going to have to push ourselves every day to, compete in this new conference. I think that we'll be able to adjust to the speed of it because we already know the speed of the COC.
District championship every year. We're looking forward to it this year for sure. It's going to be a little more competitive, honestly. We're playing with schools, our size. I think it's going to be fun.
Meanwhile, Carthage High School football is practice number 2 this evening. The Tigers have all the pieces in place for a very special season in 2024. They returned 6 all-conference players from a year ago. 3 of them are all-state performers. Those seniors leading the way in 2024 want to make sure they finish their high school careers the right way.
It's a fun group, number one. There are a bunch of good kids out here, very coachable kids, and day one is what it is. We're out here without helmet and shoulder pads, so kind of the tempo's a little bit different, but I thought they did a really good job with that.
It's pretty surreal. You start freshman year and think, oh, I got a lot of time, but then you get to senior year and it's here already, so it goes fast.
Definitely the leadership. It was real quiet to start the year last year, then we kind of stepped up a little bit, and then those guys are returning. We're just being leaders.
And for an in-depth look at all the football teams in our viewing area and more, look no further than the KOAM Pigskin Preview. The 29th edition of our preseason football publication is live right now. It's available exclusively on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com/pigskin, for 61 different high schools, 2 junior colleges, and our 2 local universities. We profile the returning starters, the key newcomers, and 2024 outlooks. We also have complete 2024 schedules and quotes from the head coaches of each team. You can check it out right now. Just scan the QR code that's currently on your screen. It'll bring you to the KOAM Pigskin Preview, which is available online free of charge. Well, the Joplin Outlaws have played 68 games this summer, but tonight their season starts anew in the playoffs. They played one heck of a game this afternoon. After trailing 10-2 in the 3rd inning and 14-6 in the 7th, the Outlaws come roaring back. They score 12 runs their final 2 times at the plate. They win their semifinal matchup against Sherman. Final score 18-14. The Outlaws will play for a league title tomorrow night. Crowder College softball announces today it has a new head coach. The Rough Riders hired Drew Osborne to lead the program after Josh Barnes left for the head coaching job at Pittsburgh State. The former Grove High School softball and baseball coach says in a press release, Crowder softball has a strong tradition. I'm looking forward to continuing that trend. Working at Crowder is an incredible opportunity to work with the student athletes as they pursue their dreams. That's one of the bigger moves in the offseason was Pittsburgh State bringing in the head coach from Crowder, but both programs end up looking like they're in pretty good shape for the future.
That's good to see. And looking forward to the Pigskin preview now live. If they missed the QR code, go to our website and they'll get it there. We'll be right back.
Drive into four-state hero.
All right, I know Halloween is still a ways off, but you know what? Students in Baxter Springs, they had a spooky back-to-school send-off anyway. Not even rain could stop Skelly Tom and Skelly Tom Jr. from getting set up and ready to wish students and teachers a happy school year. The 12-foot-tall skeleton is ready to take to the classroom with his giant pencil, happy to show students that school is not something to fear. And they have a note to students and teachers wishing them good luck and encouraging them to make this year their very best year. Yeah, there's a bit of rain, but it does not feel like Halloween weather out there. It's hot.
Yeah, and we have a ways to go until we get to fall weather. But alert day tomorrow due to the heat index, 105 to 112, and then temperatures stay into the 90s for the next 10 days. We do have some better rain chances on Thursday, so fingers crossed.
Get the rain while we can. Final sports note.
In that league championship tomorrow for the Outlaws, looks like they'll be playing the Abilene Flying Bison. They've been the top team in the league all year, so it's number 1 against number 2 in the title game.
Wow, that could be fun to watch. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.